Let's learn how to make this super cool grainy text effect on Photoshop. The first thing you need to do is open up a new file. I'm going to go to new and I'm going to have the default Photoshop size. Okay, so it's going to open a new file. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add a background color. I don't like it to be white. I want it to be black. So hit G, it's a paint bucket tool. Click on this. This first color is the color that's going to be applied, and then click. It made the background black. Okay, and I'm going to create a copy of the background layer. The background layer is now copied. Now what we need to do is to add our font. So hit T on the keyboard or go to this T key. It's going to let you type. Click where you want to type and then type your font. Okay, so I'm going to make the font color white and then I'm going to type distress. So DISTRESS, cool, distress, and move it to the center of the frame. So once it's there, Control T to transform and then make a nice and big. Okay, we want nice big bold text here. So now that the font has been added, go to the text layer, right click and then go convert to smart object. This is now a smart object. Next to opacity, you'll see the blending mode. Hit that and then go to dissolve. Now when you hit dissolve, you can see already that the corners and the sides of the font has started to pixelize a bit. That's completely normal and that's what we want. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go to filter, then we're going to go to filter gallery, and it's going to open up this filter gallery, right? So what I like to do is I like to add a little texture to it. So go to texturizer and let's make it a super light texture. Okay, there you go. Now you can see that texture has been added to our font. Looks pretty cool, right? Now let's actually begin the grain effect. So go to filter and then go to field blur. And because this is in dissolve, now what you can do is you can click and you can change accordingly. Okay, so this was some of the previous effects I made. This is what it's going to look like. You can click where you want to click. So let's click on this S. Okay, and on the top right you'll see this blur slider. You can increase and decrease the blur, and as you increase the blur you can see that the pixels get more distorted, more grain starts happening. So now what we want to do is you click on each and every letter and bring down the value of the blur. So let's go to D. I don't want any grain on D, so I'm going to go to the slider. I'm going to bring it all the way back to 0, and now you can see that the grain is completely gone. The S, I like the texture here. Let's increase the grain for R. Okay, so I'm going to hit the blur and go up. You can see it's increased right now, but T is now too blurry. So I'm going to hit T. I'm going to bring the blur down and we can customize this. So let's bring the blur down for R as well. E, we can increase it a bit. We can decrease the gap in the middle, and we can make it look like E and S are merging into each other. So hit that, let's increase that, and now for the final S, let's make it go all out. So we do that. Again, we want the viewers to know that it's a letter. So playing around with the blur and not overdoing it is really important. Okay, so if we click in the center here, we can increase the value, and you really just have to play along with it just to see what looks good. And then it'll come to a point where it looks nice. Then hit enter. And wait, actually before we do that, we could add a little grain to the S as well. Yeah, nice. To the S here, then we'll add some to the T as well. It looks like it's gradually fading into grain. Hit OK when you're ready. And this is what it looks like. Cool, right? Now what we want to do is hit on the background copy, then go to filter, go to noise, and go to add noise. It's going to add grain to the background. And then we can increase and decrease the amount of grain. This is too high. And let's have this just enough to a point where we don't see color in the grain, and the grain kind of adds texture to the background. And there you go. That's how you create this super cool distorted grainy effect on your text. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, like, comment, share and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.